Welcome to Middle School Academic Derby. I'm Brent Anderson, and I'll be your moderator for today's match between the Pirates from Swansboro Middle School and the Panthers from Hunters Creek Middle School. Let's get started by meeting our teams today. First, we have our team from Swansboro Middle School, coached by Retta Meyer and Rosemary Adams.
My name is Dakota Ferguson. I'm in 6th grade.
Alyssa Sabella, 7th grade.
Kyle Hardy, 8th grade. Ben Legassi, 8th grade.
And now our team from Hunters Creek, coached by Jeffrey Ardito.
Dante Jones, 8th grade.
Brevin Brill, 7th grade.
Claudia Murphy, 6th grade.
Cassidy Roberts, 7th grade.
All right, in our first round, we're going to ask 7 questions to each team. If the first team does not answer, the second team will have a chance at the same questions. After the first team has heard all of their questions and had a chance to answer, the second team will have the same opportunity. We're going to begin with our team on the top row, which is Hunters Creek. So Hunters Creek, go ahead and get your buzzers ready. And we will start with your first question, which is a history question. With which famous American civil rights leader would one associate the quote, "I have been to the mountaintop"? Okay, Swansboro? That would be Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. And remember, in this round, guys, you're on your own on this one. So no conversing about answers. If you know what it is, go ahead and ring in and I'll call your name and we'll get the answer that way. All right, our second question for you, Hunters Creek, is an English question. Use the letters of the word live to form an anagram that names a thin, transparent face cover often observed at wedding ceremonies. Brevin.
Veil.
Veil is correct. All right, Hunters Creek, your next question is a mathematics question. So go ahead and get your pencil and paper ready, and I will read the question twice, and you have some extra time to come up with the answer on a math computation question. Martin is planning to purchase running shoes and a t-shirt for his cross-country season. He has $90 to spend. If he spends 20% of his money for a t-shirt, what amount will he have remaining to spend for running shoes? Again, Martin is planning to purchase running shoes and a t-shirt for his cross-country season. He has $90 to spend. If he spends 20% of his money for a t-shirt, what amount will he have remaining to spend for running shoes? Cassidy.
$72.
That is correct. All right, Hunters Creek, your next question is a literature question. With which American literary genre would you associate the characters John Henry, Paul Bunyan, and Pecos Bill? Dante.
Realistic fiction.
That would be incorrect. Okay, Swansboro. Kyle.
Folk tales.
Yeah, we'll give you credit for that one. Tall tales or folk tales would work either way on that one. All right, next Hunters Creek, we have a science question for you. Cloud names derived from Latin reveal characteristics of the structures. In the names cumulonimbus and nimbostratus, what phenomenon is associated with the affix nimbus that often gives clouds their dark color? Swansboro? All right, nimbus refers to precipitation or rain, which makes the clouds dark when they're heavy with rain like that. All right, Hunters Creek, your next question is a geography question. Although this city that lies on the Hudson River is not the largest in New York State, it is the capital. Name this city. Swansboro? And the capital of New York State is Albany. Albany. All right, and finally, Hunters Creek, your last question for this round is a music question. During the Christmas season, groups of people often stroll the streets of communities singing songs of praise. By what name are these songs or singers known? Dante.
Christmas carols.
Carols or Christmas carols would be correct. All right. Hunters Creek, we're done with those for your first round. We're going to move now to our Swansboro questions. Swansboro, your first question in this first round is a literature question. Identify the C.S. Lewis Narnia novel in which Lucy, Edmund, and cousin Eustace Scrubb are drawn into Narnia through a picture of a ship at sea. Alyssa?
Prince Caspian.
That is incorrect. Hunters Creek? All right, that would be the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Next, Swansboro, is an English question for you. Identify the subject of the following sentence. In the hall of the castle hung a beautiful chandelier. Ben?
Chandelier.
Chandelier is correct. All right, next you have a math question, Swansboro, and it is a computation question, so pencil and paper ready. I'll read the question twice and some extra time to come up with the answer. Evaluate the expression 9xy minus 3y, where x equals 3 and y equals 5. Again, evaluate the expression 9xy minus 3y for x equals 3 and y equals 5. Alyssa?
115.
No, that's incorrect. Hunters Creek? Cassidy?
120.
120 is correct. All right, Swansboro, your next question is a science question. Leafy green vegetables, along with carrots, pumpkin, and broccoli, are all excellent sources of which vitamin necessary to growth and development, maintenance of the immune system, and good vision? It is also called retinol. Hunters Creek? All right, that vitamin is vitamin A. Vitamin A. Next, we have a general trivia question for you, Swansboro. During which season of the year is Veterans Day observed in the United States? Alyssa?
Autumn.
That would be correct, fall or autumn, and that observation comes on November 11th. All right, Swansboro, your next question is a history question. With which European nation would one associate the 1789 Document of the Rights of Man and Citizen that was created by an American revolutionary hero fighting on the side of the colonists? Alyssa?
England.
No, not England. Hunters Creek? All right. The person who wrote that is, we associate with that as Marquis de Lafayette, who was from France. So France there. All right, and finally, our last question for our first round, Swansboro, is a geography question. Identify the 4 states associated with the Four Corners region of the United States. All right, Hunters Creek? All right, those 4 states are Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona that come together to form that Four Corners region. All right, that is the end of our first round. We'll be right back with our score after this break.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. After our first round, our score is Hunters Creek 8 and Swansboro 6. We're going to now move into our bonus round where either team may buzz in and answer the question. If the question is answered correctly, there will be 4 bonus questions asked, in which the answer must be given to the captain of the team. We have some new team members, so let's introduce them now, beginning with Swansboro.
PJ Lewis, 8th grade.
Emma Sherman, 8th grade. Owen Schneider, 6th grade.
And now our new players from Hunters Creek.
Joshua Fairley, 7th grade.
Nicia Medina, 6th grade.
Ariana Brooks, 8th grade.
John Lottis, 8th grade.
All right. Now go ahead and get your buzzers ready. PJ, you are the captain for your team, and Ariana, captain for your team. So let's begin with our first question for this round, which is a history toss-up question. During his exploration, Christopher Columbus's knowledge of this type of wind aided his successful navigation of the Atlantic Ocean. By what name are these winds known? Joshua.
Trade winds.
Trade winds is correct. Hunters Creek, here are your 4 bonus questions. Identify each of the following associated with the explorations of Christopher Columbus. Number 1, in all, the number of voyages he made to the New World. Number 2, land he was actually trying to reach. Number 3, island where he first landed in the Bahamas. And number 4, Catholic queen who provided him with the money for his explorations. Ariana?
For number 1, we have 1. For number 2, we have India. Number 3, we don't have anything. And number 4, we don't have anything.
Okay. Number 2 was correct. Okay. Anything for 1, 3, or 4, PJ?
For 1, we have 4. For 3, we have Puerto Rico. And for 4, we have Queen Elizabeth I.
Number 1 was correct. All right. San Salvador was the island where he actually first landed. And Queen Isabella of Spain was the Catholic queen we were looking for there. All right, our next question is a science toss-up question. Femur, cranium, pelvis, and tibia are all found in which bodily system in humans? Joshua.
Skeletal system.
That is correct. Okay, Hunters Creek, here again are your 4 bonus questions. Identify each of the following associated with the skeletal system. Number 1, bones that help protect the heart and lungs. Number 2, name for the joints in fingers that allow for bending. Number 3, another name for the collarbone. And number 4, another name for the kneecap. Yeah.
For number 1, we have rib cage. For number 2, we have knuckles. Number 3, we have nothing. And number 4, we don't have anything.
Okay, nothing for number 4 or 3. All right, number 1 and number 2 were correct. PJ, anything for number 3 or number 4?
For number 3, we have clavicle. And for number 4, we have patella.
And those are both correct. All right. We're going to move now to our next question, which is a math question. I will tell you this, it is not a computation question. Okay, so there's no computation with this one. It is a math terms question. In the metric system, which prefix multiplies a basic unit times 1 million? All right, that prefix is giga. Giga. All right, we have a history toss-up question for you now. What was the nickname of the woman who made her mark in history by transporting water to troops in the Revolutionary War? All right, her nickname was Molly Pitcher. Molly Pitcher. All right, next we have a geography question for you. Identify the African river with a length of 6,690 kilometers that is the world's longest. Ariana.
The Nile.
Nile is correct. Excuse me. Hunters Creek, here are your 4 bonus questions. Number 1, name each river described. Let me tell you what we're looking for here. Name each river that is described here. Number 1, the principal river of the Northwest United States. Number 2, river that runs parallel to the Tigris. Number 3, principal river of the Alaskan Territory and adjacent regions. And number 4, river that carved out the Grand Canyon.
For number 1, we have the Hudson. For number 2, we have the Euphrates. And for number 3, we have the Yukon. And we don't have anything for number 4.
Number 2 and number 3 were correct. All right, PJ, anything for number 1 or number 4?
No.
Okay. The principal river of the northwest United States is the Columbia River, and the Colorado River carved out the Grand Canyon. All right. Our next toss-up question is an English question for you. If you are a spelling bee competitor, you already know how many S's are in the word isosceles. How many are there? Alyssa?
2.
And that is incorrect. Hunters Creek? Ariana?
3.
3 is what we're looking for there. Okay. Hunters Creek, here are your 4 bonus questions. Spell each of the following words that are found on the list of words to know for spelling bee competitors. And for each of these, I'm going to give you the word and then just a brief description of what word we're talking about here. Number 1, cereal, as in a list of items. Number 2, conscientious, as in one who is responsible. Number 3, navel, as in a type of orange. And number 4, bureau, as in a piece of furniture. Okay, Ariana, nice and loud, please, so I can hear the spelling of these.
Number 1, we have S-E-R-I-A-L. For number 2, we have C-O-N-S-I-E-N-C-I-O-U-S. Number 3, we have N-A-V-L. And for number 4, we have B-U-R-E-A-U.
All right, number 1 and number 4 were correct. PJ, number 2 or number 3?
Number 2, we have C-O-N-C-I-E-N-T-O-I-O-U-S.
Anything for number 3?
No.
All right, that's incorrect. Conscientious, C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-T-I-O-U-S, and navel, N-A-V-E-L. Okay. All right. Our next toss-up question is a trivia question. What price was paid by the United States to France for the Louisiana Purchase? All right. That was $15 million. $15 million. All right, next we have a science toss-up question. With regard to motion, what word describes the rate of change of velocity? Ariana?
Momentum.
That is incorrect. PJ? Or, excuse me, Swansboro? Alyssa?
Acceleration.
Acceleration is correct. Okay. All right. Swansboro, here are your 4 bonus questions. Identify each science term. Each science term. Number 1, SI unit of temperature. Number 2, rate of motion of an object in a specific direction. Number 3, tendency of an object to resist any change in motion. And number 4, measure of how tightly packed the molecules in a substance are. All right, PJ?
For number 1, we have nothing. For number 2, we have constant speed. For number 3, we have friction. And for number 4, we have temperature.
I'm afraid none of those are correct. Ariana, anything for 1 through 4?
Number 4, we have condensed.
That is incorrect also. The unit of temperature is Kelvin. Velocity is the rate of motion of an object in a specific direction. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist any change in motion, and density is the measure of how tightly packed the molecules in a substance are. All right, and that sound says that we've ended our second round. Please stay tuned for our lightning round and our score after this break.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to the Middle School Academic Derby Lightning Round. At the end of our second round, our score is Hunters Creek 30 and Swansboro 14. We have a new team member to introduce now from Swansboro Middle School.
Casey Butler, 8th grade.
All right. Now for our lightning round, we're going to be asking a series of 20 questions in 2 minutes. Players, remember you must wait until I call your name to give us an answer. Speak nice and loud and clear so we can hear what you're saying. And any incorrect answers will give points to the other team. So go ahead and pick up your buzzers and we will begin. And I will let you know that all of the answers for this round deal with animal group terminology. So these are all looking for what do you call a group of these particular animals, okay? All right, a group of ants. Alyssa.
A colony.
Correct. Group of gorillas, like a group of musicians. Ariana.
Troop.
Incorrect. Nope, can't ring in on that one. A group of lions and exaggerated. John.
Pride.
Correct. Group of clams or oysters. Time. Group of geese. Joshua.
A flock.
Correct. Group of peacocks and to call a troop, troops to inspection. Time. Group or company of bears and laziness. Time. Group of bees in flight. Joshua.
A swarm.
Correct. Group of kittens or puppies. John.
Litter.
Excuse me?
Litter.
Correct. Grasshoppers or something white, puffy in the sky. Ariana.
Cloud.
Correct. Fish in general. Alyssa.
School.
Correct. Flamingos or instead of sitting. Ariana.
Standing.
Correct. Crows or when someone takes a life.
Murder.
John.
Murder.
Murder. Group of hornets or home birds make. Alyssa.
Nest.
Correct. Group of porcupines or spine on a cactus. Joshua.
A prickle.
Excuse me?
A prickle.
Correct. Group of buffalo or cattle. Ariana.
A herd.
Correct. Group of birds or sheep. Ariana.
Flock.
Correct. Group of kangaroos like a group of soldiers. Ariana.
A troop.
Correct. Group of oxen. Time. And a group of elk like a group of unruly youth. Time. All right, that was the 20. Let's go back. A group of gorillas is a band of gorillas. A group of clams or oysters, you can find those in a bed. Muster is a group of peacocks. Sloth is a group or company of bears, a sloth of bears. Let's see, a team of oxen and a gang of elk. All right, so that ends our final round. We'll be right back with our final score after this short break. Please stay tuned.
I think the reason I teach is to inspire students. I want them to know that they can do anything they want to do. If they try hard, they persevere, they can be anything they want to be, and I want to help them change the future.
Welcome back. Our final score for today's match is Hunters Creek 52 and Swansboro 22. We'd like to thank everybody for watching, and please stay tuned for our next match featuring the Swansboro Pirates again and the Falcons from Trexler Middle School. Thank you.
Why I teach? I teach because every day is different. Every day is a challenge, and every day brings something new to the table where I get to experience all kinds of different people, help all kinds of different students, hopefully not just in language arts, but in life as well. And that's why I originally got into teaching, was because I want to help people and hopefully spread a love of literature.
Why career and technical education? Career and technical education gives high school students a head start on preparing for college and their careers. Onslow County Schools offers 3 technology towers that provide students with unique experiences in small learning communities. Southwest High School's new shop facilities provide the core foundation of the Advanced Automotive and Transportation Technology Tower. Students who are interested in automobiles, motorcycles, and other types of engine repair and design have hands-on training working with the latest tools and technology in the industry and can earn valuable certifications in the process that will make them job ready by graduation. Jacksonville High School is home to the Advanced Construction Technology Tower. Courses offered include carpentry, blueprint reading, and electrical trades. In fact, the newly expanded electrical trade shop allows students to develop skills that construction industries require when hiring. As demand increases for workers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics-based careers, Northside High School rises to the occasion with the Advanced Applied Technologies Tower. Courses such as alternative energy, architectural design, biotechnology, digital electronics, and robotics provide students the opportunity to delve deep into engineering and technology issues and provide real-world working experiences. Students, while still in high school, can acquire technology skills, making them knowledgeable and competent even before they complete a more formal education in these fields. The technology towers are not the only thing great about CTE. In fact, CTE students have higher graduation rates and college enrollment rates than non-CTE students. So why CTE? Why not CTE? Career and technology education, not just a head start, but education that works for Onslow County students.
Welcome to Middle School Academic Derby. I'm Brent Anderson, and I'll be your moderator for today's match between the Pirates from Swansboro Middle School and the Falcons from Trexler Middle School. Let's get started by introducing our teams. We're going to begin with our team from Swansboro Middle School, coached by Retta Meyer and Rosemary Adams.
Dakota Ferguson, 6th grade.
Alyssa Sabella, 7th grade.
Kyle Hoyte, 8th grade.
And Legassi, 8th grade.
And now our team from Trexler Middle School, coached by Susan Rogers.
Riley Stone, 7th grade.
Caroline Cubis, 6th grade.
Will Mill, 7th grade.
JT Sandlin, 8th grade.
All right. Now in our first round, we're going to ask 7 questions to each team. If the first team doesn't answer, the second team will have a chance at the same question. After the first team has heard all their questions and had a chance to answer, the second team will have the same opportunity. We're going to begin with our team on the top row, which is our team from Trexler Middle School. So Trexler, go ahead and get your buzzers. Whoa, wait for me to ask a question first. Go ahead and get your buzzers ready, and we will get started with this first round. And Trexler, your first question is a science question. This burrowing mammal with a long snout is renowned for its ability to eat ants and termites. Riley.
Anteater.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And or aardvark would have worked either way. So we're good on that. All right. So Trexler, your next question is a math question, and it does involve some computation. So go ahead and get pencil and paper ready. And for any math computation questions that we have during our match, I'll read the question twice, and you'll have some extra time to come up with the answers. Solve the following inequality for x and state your answer as an inequality. 5x plus 8 is less than 13. Again, solve the following inequality for x and state your answer as an inequality. 5x plus 8 is less than 13. JT.
X is less than 1.
That is correct. X is less than 1. All right. Next question for you, Trexler, is a literature question. Imagery and personification are prevalent in which work by Robert Frost that includes the line, "My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the wood and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year"? All right, anybody from Swansboro? All right, that poem is "Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening." Next, we have a geography question. Which North American man-made waterway follows the Mohawk River, a tributary of the Hudson? All right, Swansboro? All right, that is the Erie Canal, the Erie Canal. Next, we have a general trivia question for you, Trexler. Give the three-letter noun for a large Asian cooking pan used to prepare vegetables and meats at high heat for stir-fry dishes. Swansboro? Alyssa?
Wok.
Wok is correct. Right, we now go back to Trexler, and you have a history question. In what type of society is the mother recognized as the head of the family and descent and kinship traced through the mother's lineage? Swansboro? All right, that is known as a matriarchy, a matriarchy. And our final question for you in this first round, Trexler, is an English question. Although not fatal when treated early on, pneumonia can be deadly if left unchecked. Spell the word pneumonia. JT.
P-N-U-E-M-I-A.
That is incorrect. Swansboro? All right, you started out strong there. P-N-E-U-M-O-N-I-A, pneumonia. All right, moving now to our team from Swansboro for your 7 questions. We'll begin with a trivia question for you, Swansboro. In art, what effect results when black or another color is added to a pure hue in order to make it darker? This term is sometimes interpreted as the degree of darkness of a color, and it begins with the letter S. Alyssa?
Shading.
Shading or shade is correct. Okay. All right, Swansboro, your next question is a history question. A tireless worker for social reform and the niece of a president, she was raised by her grandmother following her parents' death. Identify this former First Lady who gained that title when she married her cousin and was our nation's longest-serving First Lady. Right? Caroline.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
That is correct. All right. Swansboro, your next question is a geography question. Perched high in the South American Andes, the city of Machu Picchu is located in which country? Swansboro? Nope. Okay. Now Trexler? Caroline?
Peru.
Peru is correct. Okay. All right, next we have a math question for you, Swansboro, so pencil and paper ready. And I will read the question twice, and you have some time to come up with the answer. Or extra time. You always have time, but you'll have some extra time this one. Right? If two angles measure 6x and 12x, and the angles are complementary, what is the measure of each angle? Again, if two angles measure 6x and 12x, and the angles are complementary, what is the measure of each angle? Alyssa.
24 degrees.
That is incorrect. Trexler? All right. They would be 30 degrees and 60 degrees. 30 and 60. All right. Next, we have a science question for you, Swansboro. What adjective from science describes any two stars that orbit one another? Trexler? All right. Two stars, talking about a binary star, a binary system. Next, we have a literature question for you, Swansboro. Many of this beloved American author's stories are set in his home state of California. Name this creator of Tortilla Flat, The Grapes of Wrath, The Pearl, and The Red Pony. Trexler? All right, that author is John Steinbeck. John Steinbeck. Next, we have an English question for you, and our last question for this round. So, Swansboro, listen closely. In the sentence, by February 15th, I will have finished the majority of gymnastics class. What verb tense is used? Ben.
Past.
That's incorrect. Trexler? Caroline?
Will.
No, that's incorrect. We're looking for the tense of the verb, and that was future perfect. The future perfect tense was used. All right, that is the end of our first round. We'll be right back with our score after these messages.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
I teach because I absolutely enjoy working with children. I've always had the desire to make a positive impact in children's lives, to give back, to help future generations. That's why I chose the teaching profession. I enjoy the challenge of meeting a unique group of students year after year, watching them grow, having their light bulb moments. That's what keeps me keeping on.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. After our first round, the score is Swansboro 4 and Trexler 8. Now we're going to move into our bonus round, where either team may buzz in and answer the question. If the question is answered correctly, there will be 4 bonus questions asked in which the answer must be given to the captain of the team. We have some new team members, so let's introduce them now, beginning with our team from Swansboro Middle School.
Casey Butler, 8th grade.
Emma Sherman, 8th grade. Owen Schneider, 6th grade.
And now our new players from Trexler.
Michaela Selby, 7th grade.
Azelle Solomon, 6th grade.
Haley Futrell, 8th grade. Samantha Anthony, 8th grade.
All right. Now, Alyssa, you're the captain for your team, and Haley, you're the captain for your team. All right. And captains, when we get to the bonus questions, if you're ready before the time is called, just make eye contact with me and you can go ahead and start giving us those answers. Okay? All right, go ahead and pick up your buzzers and we'll get started with our questions for this round. And what we're going to start with is a literature toss-up question. Which 2004 novel by Jodi Picoult features 2 siblings, Anna and Kate, one of whom was born primarily to prolong the life of the other afflicted by cancer? Haley.
My Sister's Keeper.
That is correct. All right, Trexler, here are your 4 bonus questions. Complete the title of each novel by the given author. So basically a fill in the blank. Number 1, Kevin Corbett eats blank by P. Hermes. Number 2, Dicey's blank by Cynthia Voigt. Number 3, Blank Fever by Richard Kimmel Smith. And number 4, My Side of the Blank by Jean Craighead George. All right, Haley?
For 1, we have nothing. For 2, we have song. For 3, we have yellow. And for 4, we have track.
All right, number 2 was correct. All right, Alyssa, anything for 1, 3, or 4?
For 1, we have worms, and for 4, we have mountain.
All right, number 4 was correct. Kevin Corbett Eats Flies is the name of that novel. And let's see, number 3 was Chocolate Fever by Richard Kimmel Smith. All right. Next, we have a history toss-up question for you. Complete the quote made by the ancient sage Plato. Necessity is the mother of blank. All right, we know that as necessity is the mother of invention. All right, our next toss-up question for you is a math question. And for this one, it is not a computation question. Okay, so listen carefully. It is more about the term than it is anything with computation. With regard to the correct order of operations for arithmetic, what is the meaning of each letter in the acronym PEMDAS? Michaela.
Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
Exactly. All right. Trexler, here are your 4 bonus questions, and these do involve computation. So go ahead and get your pencil and paper ready, all of you, and I will read through them once, and then I will come back and read through them again, okay? Simplify each expression according to the correct order of operations. So I'm going to give you an expression. You simplify it based on the correct order of operations. Number 1, 18 minus 2 times 6. Number 2, 3 minus 4 divided by 4 plus 4. Number 3, 13 minus 6 times 4 plus 21 times 3. And number 4, 19 minus 25 divided by, plus 4 minus 18 divided by 3. So again, simplify each expression according to the correct order of operation. Number 1, 18 minus 2 times 6. Number 2, 3 minus 4 divided by 4 plus 4. Number 3, 13 minus 6 times 4 plus 21 times 3. And number 4, 19 minus 25 plus 4 minus 18 divided by 3. All right, Haley?
6.
Okay, tell me which one you're answering.
1 is 6, 2 is 6, 3 is 52, and 4 is -8.
And those are all correct. All right. We have now another toss-up question, and this is an English toss-up question. In the word unicycle, what is the meaning of the prefix una? Samantha.
1.
1 is correct. All right, Trexler, here are your 4 bonus questions. Give the English meaning of the Greek or Latin root word. Number 1, derm, as in dermatitis. Number 2, pseudo, as in pseudonym. Number 3, re, as in reestablish. And number 4, ex, as in exhale. All right, Haley?
For 1, we have skin. For 2, we have false. For 3, we have again. And for 4, we have out.
And those are all correct also. All right. Next, we have a math toss-up question. And it may involve some computation, so I will read it twice and give you some extra time to come up with an answer. What is the probability of rolling an even number on 2 consecutive tosses of a number cube? So again, what is the probability of rolling an even number on 2 consecutive tosses of a number cube? Emma?
A half?
No, that's not correct. Trexler? Haley?
1/4.
1/4 is correct. All right. Next, we have your 4 bonus questions, Trexler. Solve each problem pertaining to probability. So 4 probability problems for you to solve. Number 1, the probability of rolling a sum of 2 on a single toss of 2 number cubes. Number 2, the probability of getting a head on 3 tosses of a dime. Number 3, the probability of drawing a blue marble out of a bag that contains 3 red marbles, 4 blue marbles, and 3 pink marbles. And number 4, the probability of rolling a prime number on a single toss of a number cube. So again, number 1, the probability of rolling a sum of 2 on a single toss of 2 number cubes. Number 2, the probability of getting a head on 3 tosses of a dime. Number 3, the probability of drawing a blue marble out of a bag that contains 3 red marbles, 4 blue marbles, and 3 pink marbles. And number 4, the probability of rolling a prime number on a single toss of a number cube. All right, Haley?
For 1, we have 1/36. For 2, we have 1/2. For 3, we have 2/5. And for 4, we have 1/2.
Number 3 and number 4 are correct. Alyssa, anything for number 1 or number 2?
For number 1, we have a half, and number 2, we have a third.
No, those are not correct. 1/18 is the probability of rolling a sum of 2 on a single toss of 2 number cubes, and 1/8 for number 2, the probability of getting a head on 3 tosses of a dime. All right, and that sound tells us that we've come to the end of this round. Please stay tuned for our lightning round and our score after this message.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to the Middle School Academic Derby Lightning Round. The score at the end of our second round is Swansboro 6 and Trexler 42. We have some new team members to meet, so let's introduce them now, beginning with Swansboro Middle School.
BJ Lewis, 8th grade.
And now our new player from Trexler Middle School.
Annabelle Rocha, 6th grade.
All right. Now for our lightning round, we're going to be asking 20 questions in 2 minutes. You must wait until I call your name before you give an answer, and any incorrect answers will give points to the other team. If you will, go ahead and pick up your buzzers, and I will tell you that all of the answers for this lightning round concern the U.S. Capitol, the building itself, the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. All right. Name for the ceremonial first stone of the building. Time. Economical material George Washington chose for the Capitol. Time. Name for the statue atop the dome. Time. Translation of the statue's inscription, E pluribus unum. Will.
In many one.
That's incorrect. 96-foot wide circular room under the dome. Time. Library, once housed in the Capitol, now the world's largest. Haley.
Library of Congress.
That is correct. Name for the hall with sculptures sent by each state. Time. Name for the grassy area stretching west from Capitol Hill. Time. First foreign visitor to speak at the Capitol. Time. Assassinated president who was first to lie in state. Alyssa.
John F. Kennedy.
Incorrect. How many statues are in Statuary Hall? Time. What was the first year Congress met at the Capitol? Time. Who originally designed the Capitol? What material is the dome made of? And how many stars on the Statue of Freedom? Haley.
50.
Incorrect. All right, and we're out of time for that round, so let me run through the ones that we didn't get here. Cornerstone is the name for the ceremonial first stone of a building. Sandstone was the material that the Capitol is made of. The Statue of Freedom is the statue. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Out of many, one. Rotunda is the room under the dome. The Library of Congress, we got that one. Statuary Hall is the name for the hall with the sculptures sent by each state. The Mall is the area out in front of Capitol Hill that stretches on down to the Washington Monument and to the Lincoln Memorial on the other end. Lafayette was the first person to speak. Abraham Lincoln was that president, first president to lie in state. 100 statues in Statuary Hall. 1800 was the first year. Thornton was the designer of the Capitol. Cast iron is what the dome is made of, and 12 stars on the Statue of Freedom. All right, and thankfully the lightning round is over. So we'd like to thank everybody for watching that, and we will be right back with our final score after this break.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back. Our final score for today's match is Swansboro Middle School 10 and Trexler 46. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us on Middle School Academic Derby, and for all of us with Onslow County Schools, thanks for watching and have a good evening.